Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons and Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines, the rapping tabaxi. No, he doesn't perform publicly.
He wraps things.
Yeah, he wraps things in paper.
I'm Nicole Bates, and I play Xoria on Sewell, the also rapping tabaxi. There's a changeling.
Yeah.
Druid.
I'm Greg. I play Ulseth Ralph, the Furbog Fighter, and I guess I'm
You're wrapped.
Yeah.
and I'm wrapped.
I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress. I am not wrapped. Although at the time of recording, we are a little more than a month away from Christmas, so I'm thinking about wrapping paper.
And if you want to think about a gift to yourself, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DiceandDungeons. That wasn't a good one. It's the best way to support the show.
What is a gift that
best way-
keeps on giving?
Yeah.
It's the best way to support the show. There's
Giving us!
Well, if you just put a recurring charge on the card, then it would be giving. It would be a gift that would keep on giving. Go to patreon.com/DiceandDungeons. Become a patron. And if you become a patron, you get access to our improv warm-ups, which are usually pretty silly but fun. And more recently, hot
DM
takes
notes.
from cold
Hot
reads,
takes from cold DM
Yeah.
reads.
which is when we give an AI a prompt and then read it and then
Find out how badly it goes.
find out, just how basically self-referential it is.
They can't all be winners, the transitions.
You get access to the Dungeon Mistress's notes. And
Other things.
And you can even get your name in the credits.
So check it out at patreon.com/DiceandDungeons.
At the time of recording, it's November 15th specifically. And when it gets to this time of year, I start to think about things I'm thankful for, things I'm looking forward to. And I am thankful for Geekified. And I'm looking forward to Vinton, Iowa showing up and accepting their award for being the best Vinton, Iowa.
All of them.
And they haven't shown up yet.
You know what the problem is, though, right? Because
No.
last time we were talking about Vintonaya, we found out
price
there's...
of gas. That's right.
No, it's gone down.
Yeah, I know. That's a problem.
That's
don't
why
know
no one
that
has to
by the
stop at
time it's
Vinton,
airing.
Iowa.
We have no idea what the price of gas is when it's airing.
Yeah.
But
But we
Also-
found the people who there's some people in Vinton, Iowa that just makes their own awards. So they don't even need other
that's the
people. They
problem.
just make their own
since
best town in Vinton, Iowa award.
I assume this is coming out in January or something like that, this is a great time to remind you to do your Christmas shopping at Geekified
Geekified.
for all your nerdy game needs.
For all of those friends that you forgot about before Christmas.
Yeah.
And you've been putting off seeing them because you don't have that gift and you know, like, I'm going to get the gift.
Right, and then you can say, "Oh, I had this gift, and it fell behind the seat in the car, and
Yeah.
and when I came into the party to give it to you, I didn't know where it was."
And it's a lot better than a Jelly of the Month club, let me tell you that. Because at Geekified, you can get all your supplies for any tabletop role-playing game that you want to participate in.
Do you get jelly?
There,
I don't think they have a
the monster manual.
the
The
has
only
ochre
thing that's
jelly.
jelly
It does,
is
yeah.
all your friends when you tell them you shopped at Geekified.
that was good.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
You get that one for free, Geekified. Sort of. I mean, you're paying us.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway,
So now
thank
Go.
you, Geekified.
go to Geekified. They're in Vinton, Iowa. They're on Facebook. They do live auctions.
It's not
They're
hard to
nice
find them.
people. And do, like, you know what? All that Christmas shopping you screwed up, unscrew it up, just go there. And if you can't get there, then I guess you can go to your local gaming store, which I always tell you to support. But thank you again, Geekified, for continuing to support us. And please tell the rest of the people of Vinton to get up here and accept their award. It's taking up a lot of space. and I am so tired of keeping it.
It gets bigger every time we look at it.
and
It feels that way.
It keeps heating up unusually for some reason.
I know.
And we are
Strange.
We are heating this room up with it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's looking at me.
Quit it.
Yeah.
Don't stop. We know. We talked
No.
about this.
Don't look at it. Don't acknowledge it.
I want it.
Get it. Great. Get him.
I want.
Get him. Stop.
Wow. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Come get your eldritch monster.
And I gotta go take care of that. So with that, no Dungeoneers. Let's roll. Last week on Dice and Dungeons, dark revelations about one of the leaders of the Tashiranoon has left Midnight Brunch nervous about what sort of foe they are facing. And things don't look to be calming down anytime soon, as it is now clear that the Tashiranoon and the Grotfels don't have that smooth of a relationship. What might happen when a narcissistic matriarch butts heads with a militaristic cult is anyone's guess, and we're about to find out what's at stake, because Soloth and the Divorcees have returned from their scouting mission ready to report on their findings. We rejoin the group as their companions are entering the Nikolovich home.
You know what this means?
It's lunchtime?
No.
What?
It's time for the team up everyone's always wanted since we began our adventures.
The captain?
Team
And
Doloth.
Dola.
Sully, are you into this?
What? No, you were drinking.
Oh, we named the DM. Now what?
Doloth?
It's right there.
Yeah, you wrote it down. I think you even wrote Doloth time on
I
it.
did. I mean,
That's the very first note of this episode.
Yeah.
Dola's time.
I'll put an exclamation.
Okay, do they kiss?
If I draw
Or is that
it.
just a fanfic? Draw it. Draw it right now.
Soloth's married though.
Yeah.
They're into
It
it.
could be like a
a
Navidian
polycule.
kiss, you know, cheek, cheek.
It's an erotic friend fiction.
Yeah.
But it's just real life.
Yeah.
So,
I was waiting for you to just knock your drink over this time.
I almost did, didn't I?
At least you can blame Ardmore on it.
So,
It is half empty.
you were about to say?
my brain's broken from Doloth.
Okay, we'll reset
it's
it.
right there.
We'll reset it. On a scale from 1 to 10, what's the sexual tension looking like in the room right now?
0.
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, I
It's
don't
your
know.
world. so-
Prayel has been missing Soloth, right? And worrying about him.
And now there's this hot, tall drink of water called Doloth.
Just the
Just a whole.
Dol.
I wouldn't exactly call Prael's, worries about what happens to his husband sexual tension. You
Why
all
not?
look so disappointed in
Also
I'll
steps in
help.
and goes,
Art.
you who are Dol, this is Zoloth. Zoloth, you who are Zoloth, this is Dol. You are now introduced.
You can call him Soli. And you can call him Dolly.
Dole, do you want to help me make lunch?
Soloth and Dole are just sort of staring at you guys like, What weird fan fiction
They were
have you
just-
been writing
They
about
were
us?
just formally introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should shake hands or something.
That's what straight people do.
Well, I mean, Soloth isn't straight.
Like,
Yeah, so it's like a cosplay type of thing.
Dole, you want to make some lunch?
That's what straight people do.
Yes, yes, please. I would very
right.
much like to make lunch and not have this awkward interaction.
I take Dole to the kitchen. We
Hey,
can hear
Soloff,
you
do
in
you
here.
want? Soloff, do you want to make lunch?
Nope.
So you are Zoloff. We have a lot to talk about. Things have happened here. It's been adventurous. How about you?
Yeah, things have definitely been, I don't know, terrible. I would say terrible. Terrible is pretty much how I would summarize.
Wait,
this.
did interesting things happen to you while you were when things were interesting over on your side too?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, we want to investigate what the Grotfels were actually doing up in Sizitstan.
Oh, we found out what they were doing here.
Well, why don't we start comparing notes? I could really go for some coffee. Did you guys make coffee?
Here you go. All right.
Why are you back in that form?
I'm in the kitchen.
Yeah, you
Oh,
just see a
that's right.
sexy arm just like pop out the door
Some coffee.
with some coffee.
Xoria, are you the voice?
This is how they like me to cook here.
Yeah, okay.
Dole, if you want to teleport, if you want to secretly teleport out in the kitchen here, that's fine.
Dole? Holman's looking around. Dole? Where'd he go?
Did he just like hide somewhere or did he actually teleport out?
You're unsure.
But I do have a letter from him.
Yeah. Do you have lunch?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
brought
what's for
out-
lunch?
I bring out lunch.
Wait, was it
BLT.
lunchtime?
Probably. BLT.
What time is it?
Lunchtime. We're having lunch.
Is
So
it
it's
always just
lunchtime.
lunch?
No, sometimes
With
it's
you
dinner time.
guys, it's always some time of meal.
Mm-hmm.
So sure, it's lunch.
Did you make nice light sandwiches? With,
Yeah.
like, well, finger food?
BGTs.
Bacon.
Flavorless goo.
Oh, we put some flavor
Tomato.
and tomato.
Does the flavorless goo just like, what kind of texture does that have?
It's like
It's like
goo.
mayo.
It's like mayo. It's like
But
flavorless.
it doesn't have
mayo.
any flavor.
Flavorless mayo? You can just say mayo.
No, mayo's slightly salty.
Yeah, it is tangy.
Yeah.
Is Miracle Whip mayo?
So, all right.
I don't think it
Miracle
is.
I'm out of the kitchen, so I can be sorry again.
You can be sorry at any time.
Yeah, I can.
So, in order to compare notes, should we write things down and exchange?
Or do we want to go one at a time, or do we want to talk over each other?
Why don't we start by you guys telling us what you learned?
Well,
Well,
the Ulstein Grotfels have a warehouse, and they are filling it with mercury and then taking it away.
Why?
probably for their goopables.
I haven't really seen those things up close before.
Oh,
we
well,
have.
here. I pull out all my various samples of goopable stuff.
I guess other than the ship, but I was a little distracted trying to make sure that we didn't sink.
So here's some of the mercury. Here's goopable version 1. Here's goopable version 2. And here's the mercury. Based on my knowledge of alchemy, I'm inferring that this mercury is being used as a raw material to create the goopables. And presumably Tizitstan has a whole bunch of mercury in it that they're digging. What do you do with mercury? Welling? How do you get mercury out of
I don't know. I think you use a straw.
straw? Big straw?
Yeah, big straw.
You just gotta make sure you don't swallow.
Yeah. I think it's like some sort of valve system you can do to like,
So like a pipe.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe a pump or something. Yeah.
It's like a big straw.
Well, I agree. I mean, it looks like the metal that's coating them is mercury, but why?
Well, maybe they need it. They're running low.
Oh, and then the Tashiranun showed up.
But how are they? I want to stick on this for just a second longer. How do you think they're controlling the goopables. I mean, mercury's just a metal, a really toxic metal, but a metal. It doesn't have mind control properties, and if I understand the small amounts that I do about enchanting, it's notoriously difficult to enchant because of its elemental properties.
Well, I don't know if you all remember this, in Iron Vale, when we went into Brukelian's secret keep and met that creepy doctor who we definitely should have killed.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you guys really should have killed him.
He had some, how he made those armature things that stabbed into you?
Yeah, I have one.
He had, here's Exhibit D. Bring out the armature. He had I think there was I might be misremembering slightly. There was a tank floating there, and it was like a spinal plug-in, needles go into your body, sort of exosuit thing. So maybe he's using some sort of direct interface to exert control over corpses like a marionette, and he's using alchemical mercury like the strings.
Suppose, but how do they get the commands?
So, I mean, they've been dabbling in psychic things. They had the psychic interrogator.
Yep. We
Working
experienced that.
directly
It was
for
not
them.
pleasant.
You're right.
It was really bad.
This is
An unholy mix of sciences and magics.
this really doesn't sound good,
Oh,
at all.
No, it gets a little bit worse.
How?
Well, the Tashiranoon, as I said, have shown up. They brought 3 of their secret ships that anybody hardly ever sees.
Wait, they have ships?
Yeah, they're very big ones.
Yeah.
they're
Did
right
you
out-
see them when you came in the harbor?
Look over there.
No, we came in on the riverboat. We stopped way before we got to the harbor.
Well, look over there,
We all turn our heads.
and we look at them.
Here's a spyglass.
Here's some binoculars.
I held that in.
What else helps you see things far away?
Honker.
No, it doesn't help.
Hello.
Hi, Honker.
Yes.
Hi. Would you
Did you call for
Would
me?
you like a sandwich?
No, I don't eat anything.
You should.
I can't.
Oh.
On the plus side, it helps me keep this
Make him an
slim
illusionary
figure.
sandwich.
Did you need something?
I use minor illusion to make a sandwich.
Thank you. There, you can eat that one.
You can eat that because it's not real.
Does it work?
An interesting proposition. No one's ever offered me food that was also illusory. I shall try.
Says his beak.
I say,
What are you going to say?
it almost tastes like I can imagine something there.
Huh.
This is intriguing. I may have to have you do this more often. Yes, I find it quite inspiring. I feel a sonnet coming on. Yes,
Hey, you should play to those guys outside the door.
I shall.
Goodbye,
I shall go practice out there. Indeed. Honk, honk, honk.
So are you done looking, Sola?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I have my spyglass back?
Yeah, it was very upsetting. How many?
Oh, can I get my binoculars back?
No.
Sure.
It disappears because that's an illusion too. I don't have binoculars.
So did you see the tall guy in the mask?
Is he just standing on the top of his ship?
He has to take bathroom breaks. He's not gonna be there the whole
I
time.
like the tall mask guy. Just the idea that he's just standing there the whole time, unmoving, just glaring out of the city.
Yeah, really, that's what
We
he's
saw him leave the ship.
He could have came back, I guess, in Olsef's defense.
just asking.
Is he walking by our door?
Yeah, maybe
Buying instant.
He's just
he smelled lunch, wanted some.
The guy in the mask. Just That smells like some nice lunch going on in there.
Is that
It smells
is that
like
Honkert? Is
smells-
Honkert doing a concert right now?
So what Olseth was saying is the Tashira Noon are here with boats,
3 ships.
3 ships, and want to tell them about the house?
Not yet.
Oh, are you
Tell them
building up
first
to
of
it?
all that the Tashira Noon and the Ulstein Grotfels apparently are not getting along very well.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were yelling at each other in the warehouse.
They're very grumpy with each other.
Yes, grumpy. The Tashira Noon were mostly grumpy at the Ulstein Grotfels, who seemed to be grumped at.
Yeah, they were kind of scared.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that the Tashira Noon, a semi-religious militaristic cult with, unknown armaments and weapons, who has been supporting
It's swords,
through
isn't it?
some means, whether it's purely monetary or indeed through technologies, is now on the outs with a narcissistic psychopath of a matriarch of a dragon family who's the sworn enemy of the imperial family of Glendrake.
Who has an army of alchemical goopables.
All of whom do not like us.
And there's tension, you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I feel like it was maybe implied that Brukelion was working with them a lot better, and then Brukelion disappeared.
Yeah, and things are not going as well as the Tashira Noon had hoped.
Yeah, it's like if him dying, it made things a lot worse for some reason.
But then
None
we
of this
followed-
makes me feel any better.
Oh,
Good.
it gets worse.
Oh wait, we're supposed to make you feel better?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good.
don't-
This is going well.
Why don't you prepare yourself for it being
I don't think
worse?
there can. She'll just keep laying it on me.
Well, some of the Tashira Noon walked away, and we followed them, and they went and bought stuff at a market. That was not very interesting.
Yeah, and you weren't there for that. I don't think I bothered telling you.
Oh, well, you did, because
just-
that's how I relate it. And then, but then some of them went to this house, and Hulman was able to open the lock and went into the house. And
No, let's go. Let's talk in detail about how Xoria failed to open the lock.
And it was mostly dusty, but then we found this room, and it was very sad, and it was where they took something out of the house.
He's forgetting to mention that this house seems to belong to a man named Drovan, who is presumably a higher up member of the Tashira Noon.
Okay.
And Dole, you met Dole.
Yeah.
We just had a consultation with him. Mm-hmm. And it's heavily, he believes that Drovan has been messing with temporal magic.
Yeah, he made us run out of the house because it was dangerous.
Yeah, and he sealed up the book we took from there.
Yes, you do not need to worry because it is sealed.
Wait, where did he go anyway?
Don't worry about it.
I'm a little worried about it.
Dolly went home.
Why? I have a nice home.
Yeah, but we had exactly enough beds for everyone.
You just spawn a bed.
So we do not know if this
He
is
is
connected
magic.
to the Ulstein Grotfels and the Goops or not, but the Tashira Noon seem to have received access to some time magic.
And they took like an anchor, perhaps, from the
Yeah.
house, some sort of temporal anchor,
What the heck does that mean?
like a thing that binds time into like one place or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the way Dole said it is that an object would help if you were traveling in time and space, take you to a specific time and place.
Sort of like having people's hair for scrying, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like that,
A focus.
but more dangerous.
Yeah.
So that
Possibly
is
less gross than just having a whole bunch of hair.
That sounds
Not gross.
It's kind of
That-
gross.
extremely dangerous.
that's what Dole said.
Yeah, but he's a higher up in the Tashira Noon, possibly one of the 3.
We do not
Wait,
know.
so this person is in the Tashira Noon, and it's just in the Tashira Noon is
In the
so-
leadership.
in the not just higher up, is part of the leadership.
Apparently.
Hangs out with them.
That's
Hangs
the-
out with the Forge.
The presumption is that he might be within the leadership structure in some way.
Okay, so the Tashira are not only a semi-religious militaristic cult, they're a semi-religious militaristic cult that apparently also has access to forbidden powerful magics
They're
that
also
I
cus-
didn't even know existed until right now.
They're
Cool.
also Costarian nationalists.
Well, there is that too.
Oh, yes, well.
Oh, and we did learn that the hammer the Forge uses can, like, fix anything.
Yeah, it can. It can fix anything, including the armor that I am wearing. And
Maybe
that is
even-
why we were trying to get it.
Maybe even broken hearts.
Also, the Forge is mad at us. Like,
Yeah.
personally us.
Oh, yeah, we might have blown up his house. But you were there for that.
Well, I'm aware of that, yeah.
I'm just bringing it back up. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Just so you know that the circle is complete.
What circle?
You know, the...
You know.
One of the Force.
Yeah.
I mean, the Forge.
Yeah.
Forge.
The one with the forge. Who may or may not be here. We do not know.
We don't know yet.
So wait, so has the story come full circle or something? I'm a little confused
So
about
what
the
did
circle
you,
analogy.
so what
I'm
did
kind
you
of hung
find?
up on it.
What did you find?
Yeah. Did you come
Yeah, tell
upon
me about
any-
your circle.
Maybe a polygon.
No, Prayel and I aren't into that sort of thing.
Oh.
So,
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
Yeah.
That's really tasteless. A
Yeah.
lot.
The geometry note. The geometry joke of all things. So tell us your tragic backstory.
That happened over the last few days.
I'm very pleased with myself right now. Well, as you know, we sailed upriver to investigate what's actually going on in Sizithon. And I don't think any of us were actually prepared for what we found up there.
You were not prepared.
No. It's really bad. The city's in ruins.
The city is ruined? And we did not do that. No.
There's hardly a building that remains standing, and, well, the ones that do are too unstable to enter. Most of the civilians have been evacuated from the city, and those that haven't can't go back in the buildings. They're living in tents outside. They're trying to get as many people down here as they can, but there's not nearly enough places to house everyone. If the Grotfels did what the Glendrangan Imperial family thinks they did, they have destroyed the lives of everyone in that city. There's almost nothing left. It's mostly rubble and a few leaning, barely standing structures. There are still a large number of Grotfels up there, which makes me wonder how much longer they can keep up the charade. There's not that many civilians left. They've been continuing to move them out. Most of the Grotfels' efforts are focused on providing humanitarian aid. So they're making food, clothing, bedding, spreading that around. But there's not that many people left anymore. And once the town is down to nothing, they're going to be hard-pressed to find an excuse to continue to stay. And the Grotfel family isn't exactly known for its construction capabilities. Mining, sure, but building things, no. I suspect that whatever they're doing there, they're going to try to wrap it up fast, so they allay any suspicions. I think we're going to have to move quickly.
Better start tying your shoes.
So to speak.
No. Literally.
Oh, okay.
I think we probably have 2 weeks tops. But that was before I heard about the Tashiranoon coming.
And the mercury mining or pumping or whatever you do.
Well, I imagine they're going to want to stay as long as they can to get all of what is apparently there. I don't know how much of that is there.
Did you get eyes on where they might be getting it, extracting it? That's a good word. From.
Well, best that we can figure. It was hard to get a whole lot of information or see many things. There's some sort of large underground operation. Most of the Grotfels, they are out managing supplies and helping people get resources. Being what feels a little bit too compassionate for dragon families. They've stored most of their supplies in an old temple to Stilgrim. The temple, we found out, was a staging ground for many different things in these efforts. It was housing people, too. But one day, there was a huge collapse, and it actually killed the remaining members of the Order. So, temple belongs to no one at the moment. There are no caretakers. And the Grotfels moved everyone out, and now they just stage supplies in there. My instinct tells me that they took this opportunity and they're using the temple grounds to hide whatever underground activity they got going on. Ages ago, it was common for temples to be built over things like natural caves, fissures, things like that. Belief in the mystical properties of such places. Some of that turned out to be true, some of it turned out to be gases that caused us to have hallucinations.
What does Stilgren cover? I'm still trying to keep track of all your kooky gods.
Well, Stilgrim is the deity of earth, metals, gems, mining, basically. The region used to have a lot of marble quarrying going on there. It's since died down, and that's why the temple isn't quite as active as it used to be. But, you know, its history's still there. And there's still some mining operations, which again leads me to think that there may be some sort of underground access in the temple. It would be pretty convenient if all of the supplies were in the temple and all of the Ulstein Grotfels found a way to store everything they need so they could go in and out without any suspicions being raised.
So they might have caused the collapse themselves, for all we know.
It's possible. I wouldn't put it beyond them. I mean, if what we think has already happened and the Grotfels have destroyed this entire city, what's a few more priests underneath the rubble of a temple?
What do they think they used to destroy the city?
We don't know.
Yeah, we had not seen the Grotfels having that kind of power before.
Yeah, maybe some sort of magic or maybe fervent tech, but I don't think they have that much.
I don't know, they have been stealing it.
The biggest reason they suspect that,
with shovels.
and they, being the Glendrangan royal family, biggest reason they suspect that something is going on with the Grotfels is because the moment the Fervin train comes online, some accident happens, some natural disaster in another country just south of the border with theirs. And miraculously, they're there to help and lay the blame at the feet of Glendring. It's just a little too convenient. But that's where we're at. While we were down there, we managed to observe that some of the soldiers are getting, to say the least, uncomfortable. We heard them talking about some sort of weird fungus or something down there that makes them feel kind of ill. I don't know. But they don't like being in wherever they're going.
Underground, you mean?
Presumably. Even if it's only in the basement of this temple. But I'm guessing there's probably some elaborate cave network or something. We weren't able to get in and investigate. We were too obvious to hide.
So
We came in making sure that people were aware why we're there, who we represent, who's paying for it, all that. So, when you do that, people tend to notice a bit.
So
The
we-
upside is that they won't really be looking for you all when they've already seen that we're here.
So we need disguises.
Oh, we have them. I am Thomas.
No, I mean like good disguises.
We did manage to steal a few Grotfel uniforms.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Will they fit a badger, a furbolg, and a voice?
No. Maybe. Probably.
Oh, you are, I know.
I'm just gonna be in your bag anyway.
What
that
about a
is true.
Hillwind?
Probably, yeah.
We have 2 probablys at least.
How many non-dwarf Grotfel soldiers are there?
About a quarter.
Oh, okay. So it won't be too out of place.
No, but you can look dwarvish.
But you can't.
I can when I disguise myself for an hour.
Yeah, but we can't rely on that.
But not for more than an hour.
But you won't look too terribly out of place. If it's like a quarter. Alright. How many uniforms did you steal?
We were able to sneak 6.
Okay, so that's 2 for me.
Why do you get 2?
Back up.
You can just wear their clothes without.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, you can just be one of them.
Alright, 1 for 9s. You
No.
can't wear it.
Just gonna hide in
1
Olsef's
for
bag.
Olsef.
I get the largest
1 for
I have.
Holwen.
Yeah.
1 for Ardamore.
I don't think Ardamore is good for combat. 1 for Soli.
Oh yeah, so we need to determine who our team. Are we entering this temple? Are we doing like a what's like the military version of a heist?
Heist.
What's
A
our
liberation?
Okay, so
What is it that we will call what we are doing?
you're in charge of this. This is a strike,
Well, that is not taking things, that is destroying things.
right? What's the goal of our entry into here?
Well,
Do we want to liberate it from the enemy?
I would think that our primary goal is going to be subverting whatever operations remain.
Are we looking to get evidence to like implicate the Grotfels in the destruction of Tizitstan?
I don't think we'll get all that much help from the Korma Republic if we took some evidence of crimes to them.
Okay, here's another question. We've also, I believe, confirmed that Glenvey has entered the area.
Oh, yes, we are sure of that.
Oh, good. This makes it so much better and easier.
So
I
are
love
we-
this.
She is away at the moment, though.
I think she went to Tizitstan.
Oh, yeah, to observe how things are going there.
Yeah, she
The
went.
paths might have crossed.
She left in a carriage though, so they were on a boat.
Yes.
So
Well, their past might have.
so is our goal include assassination then?
And Xoria's just like, I need to kill something.
I
Man.
haven't done wet work in a while. You know how much I love wet work.
Saying the word wet work.
Wet work?
Wet work.
Wet
It's
work.
work
Wet
that's
work.
wet.
You love saying that word. I don't have a solid answer for you, but I think, yeah. Yeah, we probably are.
Do we get paid extra for that?
If Glenvey is the reason that things are the way they are with that family right now, I think the only thing we can do is take her out.
For like
Well.
for dinner?
Maybe dancing.
Farting.
We'll take them out to dinner for their last meal.
Yeah, why?
The murder.
Oh,
Yeah, the killing to stop war.
so okay, so Berkelion was heir apparent. That shifted to Glenvey. Is old man Grotfel still alive?
I haven't heard of him dying, so that makes sense.
Whatever his name was.
It's in your notebook.
It's in like my other notebook.
In mine too, somewhere in my journal. But
Anyway,
so what
doesn't
you are
matter.
saying is that our next job is to decapitate the Grotfel family.
We have to enter the belly of the beast.
Yeah, decapitate them. Absolutely. That's. Ugh. No, not really.
Oh,
I mean, just
then we are misunderstanding.
kill Glenvey.
I think he was trying to be poetic, but he's not Artemore. And say, like, behead the serpent,
Oh,
you know?
well, yeah. That does make some sense then.
Well, he doesn't really figure out metaphors.
You should work with Artemore
I
on
should.
your poetic license. Getting a poetic license.
In any case,
I'd be glad to help.
When did you get down here?
When the sandwiches came
Oh,
out.
right.
well, that makes sense. Yes, I think we have to kill Glenvey.
Kill Glenvey, subvert operations, collect evidence.
Eat clamwitches.
The harder part here will be what to do with the Tashiranu.
Well, that is a side story that is most disturbing.
Is it a side story?
Maybe it is the main story and the Grotfels are the side story.
Unfortunately for us,
Are you trying to be poetic again?
I am trying.
unfortunately for us, the Tashiranu to this point have been ancillary players in this whole affair. I don't think that the Ulfstein family is going to care too much if we take out one particularly problematic Grotfel person, much less a whole bunch of others, so long as we're not tied to the Glendrangan family at all.
I stole a lot
It's-
of their furniture.
It's understood.
Well, then do not let them get into your tent.
It's understood in the Cormer Republic that the Grotfels are antagonistic with
That is with
the
us. too.
Ulfsteins.
Yeah.
And if a little blood is shed, I don't think they particularly care, so long as it avoids all-out war. The Tashiranu are a bit more of a problem, though. They are an independent, as I said, semi-religious cult that has more influence than the Costerian government would like to admit.
And they have time magic.
And that wonderful wrinkle. We may have to fight them as well,
In the past.
but if we can avoid it,
Ooh, could we use that to go back to where the forge was in his pajamas? And we do that.
I don't remember fighting them in the past, though, so I think we're safe.
you're gonna go and create a paradox.
I would probably only create one dog.
I think they come in pairs.
Oh,
Yeah,
They're like socks.
parasite.
So I
lose
lose one of them all the time.
yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. So how
Since
do
you
we?
brought up socks, I just want to complain that I have like 8 different kinds of socks somehow, and I have like 7 without a matching, and I don't know how that happened.
Time to
This
start
is
wearing
where we're
mismatched
at
socks.
in our
Being old.
being old, but also in our podcast. Our podcast has hit the age where we just complain about our socks now.
I'm not wearing socks.
I am, but I don't want to.
So
My socks match.
You're wearing
Well, good
them-
for you,
Yeah.
Greg.
So there.
how's it feel?
I am sartorially superior now. I have matching socks,
So anyway, so
which is easy to do because all of my socks are the same.
we're calling this operate.
That's the trick.
It is.
we need
Step
to,
1, get rid of all your different socks and just buy one brand of sock.
One color,
One color,
One
one
pattern.
style.
and they
You
will
know-
always match.
I did that for all of my like athletic socks. Works great, honestly. Does.
Yep. So, you are suggesting that we must go into Chizistan and enter the temple grounds and then go underneath into a fungus-infected cave.
Can we get an official ruling on the pronunciation of that, by the way?
Says this down?
Is it
What do you mean? An official? What are you talking about?
like?
How do you say
How do you
it?
say the name of that? Is it like? It's done?
Or Sitstan, or Chizistan. There are lots of ways to say it wrong.
There's only one way to say it right. I've been calling
it.
it.
Know what it is.
Yeah, how do you pronounce Sassy Town?
We're never going to get through this.
I can't even look at you right now. There's lots of ways to pronounce it wrong. Oh, there
It
is.
sounds like a Nines thing to say.
But I took your line.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
and Hildy.
I think part of the reason that we're so stupid is that we're all exhausted today. All of us have commented to each other that we're totally exhausted, so we're all punchy.
So how do you say this word that we cannot say correctly?
Okay, I'm gonna pause and step away from character acting here for a minute. Are you guys actually?
Yeah,
like-
I actually
okay.
want to know the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spell it for us.
Well, I
and
know
then
it's
say it.
Tzizstan, if I'm remembering correctly.
It is pronounced Tzizitstan.
Like a
Tz.
Tizistan.
There's another T in it.
is
T-Z I-Z I-T
Tzit.
Z-T-A-N. Tsiz.
No, you can't
Sizz.
say it.
No,
Sizit.
I am going through
Tzizitstan.
phonetically in the structure for you.
Phonetic, yeah. All right.
Tsiz. It. Stan.
With a Z.
Tsiz. It. Stan.
Tzizitstan.
Yeah.
All right.
Tsiz. It. Stan.
Tizzy Stan. Tzizitstan.
Oh, so you cannot say it correctly too.
What do you mean?
Well, so we are supposed to go there, enter into the temple, go down into a fungus-infected cavern, while there are Ulstein Grotfels all around trying to stop us.
And maybe to share a noon.
Well, possibly to Shiranun. Is there something we are heisting?
Glendy's life.
I don't really. We don't know what's down there. As far as I know, there could be a whole city down there. I don't know. Maybe they've dug some sort of hole all the way to Iron Vale. Maybe they've
That
got
would be a tunnel.
a teleporter down
Almost a
there.
horizontal hole.
Maybe they have, I don't know, giant ants to ferry them back and forth.
We've met those actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't joking.
Yeah, I know. We were just commenting that we met some ants before.
It's entirely
We did
possible
not use them
that
as a ferry, though.
any of these things are going on.
Huh.
All
So
I
we
know
do-
is it's nothing good down there.
So we are going to go down into a hole where nothing is good. Just
Yeah, pretty much.
and hope that something happens that isn't horrible.
Oh, we're not
But
going
it
to
probably
hope that
will.
something happens that isn't horrible. You're going to go down there and do things that don't cause horrible things. That's what you're going to do.
He's talking about wet work.
It's work that's wet.
What if lingering is up on the
surface?
surface, just sort of hanging around, having a picnic under an umbrella
I
or
feel like
something?
that
Do we
would
have to
be-
go into the hole?
Really convenient.
It would be very
Will not
convenient.
happen.
Well, it could. It is in the realm of possibility.
So you're hoping that Glenvy is just going to be hanging around
All by herself.
all by herself,
Taking a nap.
up above, taking a nap,
No
Oh,
guards.
Yep, no guards.
and you can just walk up and like throat punch her.
Yeah.
With a sword.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Just
Yeah.
like just rip her throat out with your hand.
Is that what you
Would
want to do?
that.
As someone who doesn't believe in using guns or something like that.
Yeah. Yes, that would be fine. Can we do that?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm sure that's going to happen. In fact,
think we should put that in our
Glenvy's
plan.
definitely going to be above ground.
I'm writing out the plan. I'm calling it Operation Grotfel Empire.
Hey, that's a great idea. I love that name.
Yeah, it's a good name for it.
Yeah,
Huh.
we all agree.
yeah.
Nice hat.
Thanks.
Do you have steps?
Yeah, I have steps. So far, I have 6 steps
Ooh,
in our operation.
that is good. I think the most you have had before was 7.
No, I had like 15.
Well, what are they?
But that was for a heist. This is not a heist.
No,
this
this
is an
is not.
operation.
Did you remember to factor in the other members here?
No, I haven't. What? No, I haven't put members in this list. This is just a checklist.
Oh, okay. I thought we were on the, like, you were making a plan for us to execute.
This is a plan.
All right.
A plan is a checklist.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Step 1, acquire uniforms.
Okay, done. Got that.
All right.
Uniforms.
Huh.
Okay, we're doing so good.
I know. We have barely started step 1 and we have already done it.
Step 2, travel downriver to Tizitstan.
We haven't done that one yet.
No.
So we have to work on that.
Okay.
You just need a boat.
Step 3, infiltrate the Temple of Stilgrim. Step 4, reconnaissance the Grotfel operations.
In the
I
temple.
used a military sounding word. But
Yeah, that was very good.
reconnaissance.
In the temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
5, locate Glenvy and assassinate. 6, collect evidence of Grotfel operations to bring back, if there is some.
Well, hopefully.
If not, we can make some up.
7, escape
That is the most important one.
alive.
All
Put
of us.
especially Hillman on there.
Yeah.
Especially Helen.
I do remember that Helwyn had very good plans, but always fell apart at the escape part.
Yeah.
But since then, they have been on several heists with us, and we have successfully escaped each one.
That's
I think
character growth.
Helwyn is learning how to get away.
Yeah.
You were a Helwyn. Have you acquired a new getting away skill yet?
I'm not sure about that, but I'd like to point out that the last several times where we got away, one of them involved a massive explosion,
And one involved a massive explosion.
and the other one involved a massive
One
explosion.
involved a massive explosion.
A fire and explosion.
Yeah, yep.
I better add
And for
that.
some reason, we didn't
and-
blow up that warehouse.
So you were a Helwyn.
Well, hey, we did get away from the warehouse and we didn't blow it up, so I'm gonna say maybe that we're improving.
Why
maybe
did you?
I can get
Why
away.
did you say get away with these little finger things? Because obviously we did not just get away. We actually did get away because here we are.
I added massive explosion to the list.
Oh, that is good. We might not be
Also,
able to avoid that.
why do you
Wait,
know,
don't we want to explode it, then escape?
Well, Seth, why do you even know what this means when I put quotes around something. You grew up in a swamp.
Yeah, you grew up in a swamp.
I grew up.
Yeah, you grew up in a
I could
swamp.
tell from the tone of your voice that you were being sarcastic.
No. The reason he's familiar with this is every time he was being trained by Lon Ferran, he said, "You're doing great."
I did not say that to Lon Ferran.
Lon Ferran said that to you.
I do not recall that happening.
Sure.
So, do we do the massive explosion after we get away?
Yeah, it says escape alive, especially Holwyn, and then massive explosion.
That is probably
Owen.
good because if we have the massive explosion first, we might be caught in it.
And let's be honest, Holwyn's the only one who needs to survive. They're the
They are
most
the main
important character.
They have all of our money.
Yeah,
Oh,
and contracts.
Well,
They can revive us.
they're not the most important character according to Microsoft Copilot. If you want to know who the most important character is according to Microsoft Copilot, you can subscribe to our Patreon. Wink.
Okay, so
plug right in the middle of the street.
I'm doing a team now. So we
Okay, the
have
team.
This is our team. We have 6 uniforms. You sent.
Yeah.
All right. So team is.
Midnight brunch.
Well, we're gonna go by names.
Yeah, 2 of us of
Sorry.
Midnight Brunch don't need a uniform.
Xoria. Ulseth. Holman.
Ninus.
And then Soloth. Do you want to?
You are not on the team.
Well, yeah, I think that'd probably be
Fine.
good. This is supposed to be my mission after all.
Soloth. Alright, so that's 1 uniform. I don't need
No,
the
you don't
uniform.
need a no.
1 uniform, 2 uniforms, 3 uniforms. So we have 3 uniforms left.
Well, do we think that maybe we could fabricate one more and we could at least get the divorcees disguised? The Serpentis 6, we would need a lot more uniforms.
I think
Many,
that-
I think 6.
I think we
Can
should
they share
task-
one? Can they just be one big Tashiranoon?
Can we task the Serpentis 6 with getting our escape route from the city ready? Back to Glindring?
And the escape route's just going to be down the river back here and then try to make our way up.
I think up the river because we're
But
going down the river.
Maybe having like a boat arranged or something, getting that arranged while we're blowing things up.
Well, now you raise a fairly good question. Since this has turned into a right proper cluster, it really makes you want to examine what you are going to do after we, kill the most influential member of a dragon family and possibly take out 2 question mark of the Tashiranoon's top leadership. Where exactly do we go next? And how do we even get there? We were sent here on an emergency mission, but there's not a river that heads to the other side of the continent. And there's no waterways that connect the Bay of Peace to Glindring. So what do we do?
That is a good question. What should we
Yeah.
do? Or are you just asking?
What if we went down to Cormazon?
The capital city?
Yeah, it's in the opposite direction of where they'd expect us to go.
Yeah, it's to the south. It is on the west coast,
Or we could go
close enough to it.
where they least expect us to go.
Where would be the least expected?
Well, there's 2 least expected options.
How could there be 2 least expected? Least means
Because they're
that there's the
equally
least.
unexpectable.
No.
They're
Option
equally
one?
unexpected.
Co-leasted.
Option 1, the Tashiranoon stronghold.
Oh,
I think we die.
Option 2, Cormer.
which is the most not dying one?
So you're suggesting that we either head north across the border into the Cormer Republic, or go south and a bit west.
Well,
To the capital of
otherwise
Cormer
it's
Zone.
trying to get back to Glindring. And unless we have access to teleportation magic.
Well, can't argue with you there.
Costeria is pretty off limits right now.
You can teleport
Yeah,
like 300,
like 300 meters or something.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could
each
just
day.
Each day we would just take a willing participant.
Hoenn
and never
can do
get
it
there.
too.
Oh, no.
We're about 200 miles from the border with the Cormer Republic.
Oh.
We can.
Divided by 300 meters is a long time.
Especially when you factor
Yeah.
in the day-night cycle.
Yes.
So, what were you saying? 200 miles from Cormer?
We're about 200 miles from the border with the Cormer Republic. We're
Now or in Sizistan?
both, actually.
Because I think they go
So
sort of
we
parallel.
We don't get any closer.
Cormer Zone's sort of in the wrong direction, but if we make it about, I don't know, 1,000 miles or so, well, then there's a river we can pick up, and it takes us all the way down to Cormer Zone, and then at least we're in the right ocean.
That's progress.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we
I
can
mean,
get-
an
and
ocean
then-
is a big thing.
And then we'll hide. Well,
It would be
hide
good to
out
be in the right one.
Navinian Empire and start a pastry company under pseudonyms.
I bet they do not have good pastries.
I'm assuming that your friends in Ilsirin don't want to get involved in potentially getting themselves wrapped up into some sort of international war between Glindring and the Cormer Republic.
I don't.
You hear from a corner in the other room.
Oh, you didn't leave. I thought you teleported.
Yeah, Xoria.
How would you guys feel about getting caught up in a giant war?
Probably not good.
Could we talk to Melisandre? Or is that what her name is?
Madame Malsame.
Malsame.
Yeah. I can reach her. Yes. You hear a little bell ring.
You are making progress.
Why is it always Bell? Why isn't it something
Bell?
relatable, like a 56K modem, like starting up?
Wait, a bell is not
Okay,
relatable
tell you
to
what.
When was the last time I had
Tell
a
you what.
bell?
You raise a good point. I often choose a bell because it's simple. It's actually kind of quiet. It can be very quiet. But you raise a good point. I often choose a bell. It isn't necessarily very relatable. I think we can come up with something much more relatable.
Excuse me.
What would you like?
A gong?
Well, gong
would
is
be
pretty
better?
relatable.
It is.
Do they have those like finger symbols?
What we have been over this. Those exist. Yes.
A castanettas or?
Yeah, I guess.
Cas-
Well, they're actually little symbols too, not just
Yeah.
castanets. They click, but the finger symbols go ding ding.
They're very symbolic, yeah.
How come there's no like communication coconuts? Like that's how you activate it.
What do you mean communication coconuts?
These.
If we can,
Yes, I'm aware what a coconut is.
well, if you have a bell to communicate with someone, why not coconuts? They don't clean your ears.
This one does. This is just the cup, though. Go on.
I would love it if some people just like I communicate. I just have these coconuts with me.
Yeah, and you can communicate. We have squawk rocks.
Yeah, we're squawk rocks. What's wrong with a squawk nut?
So, you were reaching out to Malsame?
Once we figure out what object we do it with.
He complained about it being a bell, so I am giving space to the player to make some suggestions. None of you seem to have latched on to any of them.
What's wrong with coconut? How come you guys don't like coconut?
I don't think coconuts are native to Elsiren.
That's what makes it so special.
They might have been brought in by, you know, a
Silcinian?
bird, a Silcinian, stork.
And they have places where you can
Yeah.
Honker.
rent a coconut and have it as your centerpiece, and all your friends can be impressed that you have coconut rental money.
I thought that
And
was
then-
a pineapple.
In this
Yeah,
world,
that's
it's a
what I'm
coconut.
parodying.
Oh, okay.
If you didn't know, at some point in the 19th century, it was very popular to have a pineapple as your centerpiece, but they were extremely expensive, so people would just rent a pineapple.
For the night.
We
For
should
the
bring that
evening?
back. Like no one, there's no competition in that market anymore.
Just to have a pineapple there.
You want to
Kind
rent
of
my
interesting
pineapple for $50?
Yeah. When was
Why don't I
it?
just go buy one? I was like, yeah, but you can't eat this one because I want it back.
That makes it special.
It is.
And then you can tell your friends you had pineapple rental money. And they're like, what does that mean?
I threw money away.
Yeah.
So I can talk about this pineapple.
Which I don't have anymore because
I had to give it
return
back.
The time on the rental ran out.
Here's a picture of you with the pineapple.
Is that an AirPod on it? Yeah, so I can't steal it.
It's got an air tag on
AirTag,
there.
that's it.
Couldn't you just take the air tag out? Whoa, that'd be vandalism.
It's not my pineapple.
It's glued to the bottom of it.
Yeah, you'd ruin the pineapple. And there's
And I put a deposit on this pineapple. It was like $300.
that's right. And if it doesn't come back in perfect condition, you're out that money. I think
There was someone who was not paying attention while like listening to this
think-
podcast, and it's like, why are they talking about pineapples now?
I feel like Madame Malsame was very fashion forward, so maybe it's like a little compact.
A compact pineapple.
Like a little,
like a locket, maybe
Do they
Yeah.
set-
a squat locket.
Wait, when pineapples get bigger,
Socket.
they're like,
Yeah.
do
What?
pineapples just get bigger, or
What do you
like-
mean?
You mean
like,
over
are they-
time
They
or what?
grow?
Yeah.
can
They start out
well,
small.
like
and
a
they keep
baby
going-
carrot is just a small cut up carrot.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like a
Start as a
carrot you
little-
grow special to be tiny. But are there like baby pineapples?
I mean, they start small,
Yeah.
like little pineapples, and they
You
grow
could probably
big.
get like an immature pineapple, and that
Wait,
would be small.
So-
do you mean is there a pineapple that gets like ground down into a smaller No.
I don't know. Like, would a small pineapple taste?
We're gonna have to do about 15
No.
minutes of research on this.
He asked the question right before I was gonna go on break because I was like, I'll have Dole ring the bell. We'll go to break, and Madame Malsame will be able to talk to you when we get back from break.
Okay.
And now we're here because we went down the
Fine.
pineapple rental
So
scheme.
what we need to
Dole's pineapple rental.
I feel like we'd actually get into trouble for that one.
and instead of a bell, you did that.
No, he rings his pineapple.
Ring a pineapple.
You put a bell inside of it.
No, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna see you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. When we left off, Dole was calling Madame Malsame on the pineapple bell, which is much more relatable,
Yeah.
I'm told. So,
You know that is the brand name of most pineapple that's sold.
yeah,
Bell?
Yeah.
Dole pineapple.
Yeah, Bell.
Bell. Yeah.
Just Bell.
Stop. Just go. Just,
You know, actually, we just created just a weird merge since you have Dole Pineapples and Bell Communications.
The Dole Bell.
are they going to sponsor us now?
Yes, the world's largest banana conglomerate is definitely going to sponsor us. And I'm pretty sure that we can get good old Ma Bell to send us some money.
It's a perfect match because bananas are already pretend telephones.
Yeah.
So,
Ring, ring,
We
ring, ring,
serious
ring,
stuff
ring,
over
ring.
the brain.
Banana phone.
So, Doll, you're
All the
calling-
6-year-olds are either really going to get it or not going to get it because they never
Yes.
heard that before. Or
ask
they've
Dole
heard
how
it
the
way
call
too
is
much.
going.
Are you connected yet, Doll?
No, they're using Bell.
No, unfortunately, the operator is still transferring the connection. I'm on hold.
Oh.
Well,
How does it normally take?
I don't know what all those words mean.
I don't have a banana prop over here, weirdly.
Do it,
so
do it.
You know what? I'm just gonna
You
use.
can just pause it. Just go get a banana.
We don't have them.
I don't really like bananas, so I don't really keep them around.
And there's
do-
no artificial bananas.
Do you
in
guys
our
like
skin world.
bananas?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole house is just kind of
Bananas are pretty good. Banana
If you-
runts are terrible,
if
and
you
if you
slice-
like that,
if you like saute them in brown sugar and a little honey.
so you like brown sugar and honey.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not even a huge fan of that.
No. So
I know it's just me. So instead, I'm just gonna use a water bottle, and I'll hide the branding to I don't know, do something, and I'll just talk into this, and you're gonna pretend it's a pineapple bell. Because that's what the players
That's
want in
relatable.
the
It's
world.
relatable.
It's just nines,
when we're doing
not the player.
Not-
you know, a lot of this game is imagination. So
Yeah.
What's more imaginative than a pineapple bell?
So this
So-
is
Have you ever
Talking-
seen one in real? I'm gonna look it up right now.
talking while you're rubbing a bottle against your face. That's
Maybe
what
like a
imagine
pen pineapple pen.
Well, Pineapple Pen is a song
I know.
too. So why?
because it's really because God damn it, there are pineapple bells.
Of course there are.
So, Doll, are you?
I don't know why I was surprised that fruit be other thing.
Doll, are you connected yet?
Are you still on hold?
I'm just connecting now. Yes. Yes, I'm on the pineapple. No. No. Of course, the pineapple bell was not something that was just made up. They want to talk to you. No, they don't want to use the pineapple bell. Well, they don't think it's very cool.
I think it's cool.
It was supposed to be relatable. It's not playing out well. I see. So you're willing to come down. As long as I stop with the stupid jokes. Okay. She'll be here momentarily.
Oh, good. What shall we do while we're waiting?
Why are you glaring at me like this?
I had a great idea. Y'all just want to make fun of it.
What was your great idea?
Not you two. I don't need you pulling zingers out.
So, when Madame Malsame gets here, I suggest we ask her for some sort of like one-time teleportation, get out of.
Yes.
Jail free card.
Well, get out of
We
fungus
know
hole.
how to get out.
out of the fungus hole in Sizistan.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure that I have that spell, darlings. I've never managed to craft the get out of the fungus hole in Tzizitstan spell. That's very specific.
Yeah, but do you have something general that you could modify?
Are we just talking to the air?
No, Madame Malsame appears behind you
No.
as you're discussing things.
That was sneaky.
Well, I wouldn't be very good at my job if you noticed every time I entered a room, now would I?
Is your job being sneaky?
Oh, no, darling. I'm supposed to be incredibly transparent in everything I do. How else could you trust me?
I didn't see any air
So,
quotes.
that secret deal that we made that I'm not supposed to talk about.
Yes, that one, of course. Don't worry, they can't hear anything. You see the rest of the group all just sort of frozen.
Including me.
No, basically,
Please.
you three and Holwyn and Dull. Dull?
Dull.
Dull?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh. How long was that break? What did you do on the break?
Drank a lot of coffee. I'm so tired.
So,
I don't know why. I've been feeling tired all day.
So, Madame Malsame, you
Yes.
wanted us to prevent a war.
Well, yes, that is preferable, as I went over. War is unhelpful for beauty products, and that's most of my business, darling.
So, if you want our help with stopping a war, we have an opportunity to take out the primary driver of the war, Glinvy. But we need an escape route.
I never really thought that the Grotfels were going to be so problematic. Oh, when they started up a few hundred years ago, I thought they would be sort of a flash in the pan, and yet here we are. And you say that she's the troublemaker behind all of this? Are you sure?
I mean, since her brother died, yeah.
Oh, so the brother was the original instigator. What was his name?
Brucalion.
Bucky or something?
Brucalion.
He's a shirt now.
I'm sorry, he's a shirt now?
When he died, he turned into a ball of mithril, and he was turned into a shirt.
Oh, well, I suppose waste not, want not.
I guess we should not want.
No, I do want.
Oh, huh.
So,
I guess that didn't work.
Glinvy is the one creating the Goopables. I'm sure you've heard about them.
As you're doing this, she's lighting up from a cigarette pipe.
Like one of those sticks.
Yes, one of those very old-fashioned ones, and lighting a cigarette in it. It's the wonderful thing about being a lich, love. It doesn't matter what I do anymore. I can enjoy anything I want. So, these...
What?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
These,
We're doing a lot of not worrying.
Grotfels.
They have an army of animated corpses.
Did you drop your imaginary...
No, it was a cable that slid down.
Oh, I like my way better. Like, I'm
Yes, I
just so
dropped mine.
engaged in this game. You dropped your imaginary
Cigarette.
cigarette stick.
And it made a noise.
And you need me to do what?
Get us away.
We need an escape route, a magical escape route. When we're done cutting off the head of the serpent. Because we're going to be deep in enemy territory with nowhere to go.
Now, how many people are going to be able to trace this magic back to me? Who's going to be able to examine the spell?
Well, probably
Nobody.
people with magical powers. Maybe just Drovan.
Maybe.
Who is this Drovan?
He's
You
one
keep
of the-
saying names I don't recognize.
He's one of the leaders in the Tashiranun, maybe. He's been dabbling in time magic. There's a house you might want to see, or send the time police to.
Wait, is that a
Not quite
thing?
their name, but yes. Ugh, why is it always temporal magic with these people? Oh, every single megalomaniacal idiot who tries to take over the world for ultimate power always has some sort of temporal magic lurking in the background.
So, as a question on temporal magic, if I don't remember ever being attacked in the past, am I safe now?
No one's ever really safe. Do you want to know how temporal magic works?
Yes.
It doesn't. That's the problem with it.
Oh.
It just mucks everything up.
Oh. Oh, so we should stop it then.
Time is supposed to flow in one direction. All of the universe moves in a single direction, vibrates in one continuous motion forward. You can change the speed that you travel through it, but you can't go back, nor can you go forward any faster than anyone else. You don't get to see the future. Not really. You get to see some possible things that might happen.
Oh.
That's the best you'll ever get. And don't let anyone with divining powers try to convince you otherwise. Nothing that you see in the future is set in stone.
Well, Madame Mulsonnet, what we would like is to have that alternate future where we get out of the fungus hole and
Not die.
not die.
And you're the smartest, prettiest wizard we know.
Oh, love, I know you're not lying to me, but you don't need to have your nose quite that far up my skirt.
It's okay, doll's pretty.
So, if I have Dole crafted, they won't be able to trace it back to me. Of course, you'll need to borrow some of my components because, well, Dole staff just isn't quite up to standard.
How embarrassing.
Don't you have a staff? Oh wait, yeah,
Yes.
when we first met him, it was like a silver.
Yeah, there was.
Yes, I have a staff. And Madame Malsame's wand is more substantially powerful. Well, yes. Not that he has any reason to be modest. His staff is quite potent. Just not as potent as my wand, you see. So, if
We're talking about magic still?
if I allow him
Actually,
to use my wand,
I have a stick too.
and it's a lovely stick. It makes such pretty flowers.
It woke an otter up.
That was very rude. You should let otters sleep. If I let Dole use my wand, then I suppose might be able to conjure up the potency of magic needed to take all of you, because I'm sensing it's not a simple teleportation spell. I have a feeling that you're going to want all of your little band of friends to go. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
The ones who are there.
And we just need to get somewhere safe
In the direction that we are going.
in a hurry.
I'll be able to send you anywhere you want.
Oh, very
You
nice.
just tell me where.
The moon.
Why do you want to go to the moon?
It would be cool.
You won't live long. There's no air.
I have air in a bottle.
That won't last that long up there.
So Yuhura is Olaf.
How does she know there's no air on the moon?
Because I've been.
She gets to,
How's the weather up there?
she gets to go to the moon.
There isn't any. Well, yes, I get to go to the moon. I'm a lich. I've been alive longer than most civilizations.
Make us liches. Whatever those are.
If you want to become one, that's on you, darling. But I'm not going to assist you in that process. It would be ill-advised. If you really want to give up all of the things that matter in life, that's your decision. I knew that I wanted to be young and beautiful forever, so I did that. It's not what everyone wants.
So maybe just Glendring then? Drogmara?
Well, we need. Well, if we can go anywhere, let us go where we want to end up. Aren't we supposed to complete a mission?
Yeah, my mission. Can you take me to Onrisa?
Why do you want to go there?
Because it's important to my people.
There's not much up there. At least not anymore.
Where'd it go?
I knew it was real.
Well, it's hardly any secret that there was an ancient civilization that was once up there. The ruins are still there.
Oh, there could be good loot there. I mean, family
Suppose
heirlooms.
if you like to dig through the snow, you might find a few things, but most of them left.
Most?
Well, a few of them died there.
Oh.
Oh. Got a little too optimistic there.
What? You seem so surprised that there are stubborn people in the world, unwilling to listen.
So, short notice plan. I'll put a pin in that.
I suppose we should go to
Drogmaro.
Yeah.
Because that's...
And complete our mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get us to Drogmaro?
Well, of course I can get you to Drogmara, but I'm realizing I might need to put a little bit of my own power into this as well.
Oh dear.
Who is dabbling around with temporal magic?
Drovan... What was his last name?
I don't think we have a last name.
No, we found their last name.
Oh yeah, we did. Miranya.
Drovan Miranya.
The name doesn't mean anything to me. Who are they?
They're a high-up member in the Tashira
Oh, good.
Tabaxi.
A religious cult with basically no rules. Certainly none governing how magic should be used. Excellent.
Yes. We believe that this Drovan was dabbling in temporal magic to retrieve his sister who had met a tragedy, but had then fallen in with the Tashira and given away the secrets.
Do you anticipate trying to fight him?
Drovan?
I mean, if he's, like, there, we'll have to fight all the Tashira that are there.
We are hoping to
We're hoping
finish this quickly.
to get Glenby and get out, ideally. But, you know, we don't know what the situation will be like in there.
If you have to deal with temporal magic, you need to have some protections.
Oh.
You need to prepare yourself for these sorts of things. Fortunately for you, I am knowledgeable enough to assist in those matters. I will risk putting a bit of my own magic in there. Dole will do the basic incantations using my wand because, well, no offense, love, but your character isn't as widely known as mine. So your signature magic is not going to be as easily discernible. You may not know this, but every magic user can be traced through their magic.
Even me?
Bit like a fingerprint. Every spell you cast has just a little bit of your own personality left in it. And if you know what to look for, you can find who cast that spell.
What's my magic look like?
Your magic has a tint of green to it. And it tastes a bit like raspberry. Dole's magic, on the other hand,
Completely tasteless and bland and flat.
far from it.
Oh.
No. His smells of bergamot and tastes like a delicious hot pepper.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say hot dog for a second.
Good job, Dole.
Yeah. What about nines?
Wet cat, wet cat, wet cat.
Nines, your magic smells of
Badger.
unexpected.
It is wet cat, isn't it?
Just glitter everywhere.
Just glitter up the nose.
No,
Burns.
your magic smells of cinnamon,
Cinnamon. Wow.
and it
Just
has-
like my lasagna.
And it has a taste not dissimilar from
Wet cat.
interesting green beans. How odd.
Cinnamon and green beans?
Green bean.
Green bean. Cinnamon.
You also have quite a potent aura of your magic. You should be careful so that no one can trace things back to you if you're doing something really risky. Your magic has a near unique appearance. If you can see the auras, you could see that yours is, well, by comparison to most people's, practically rhinestones.
See, I'm famous in the magic world too.
Oh, very good.
Do
You are all
Olsef now.
sparkly.
Yeah, do Olsef. I think we have something important to do, though.
This is important.
Okay.
Interesting. Although your magic is not particularly potent, as you haven't trained it, you do have some latent abilities.
I can detect magic and disguise myself.
They're undeveloped, but could be if you wanted to. Mostly what I see is browns with a bit of orange.
Taupe.
And
Brown is basically orange already.
It's just brownish orange.
smells of peat,
Artificial banana flavor.
Peach.
a boggy flavor. A lot of
Because you grew up in a swamp.
Single malt scotch.
strong peat. The longer it lingers.
It's because you lived in a swamp.
That's a forest.
A wet forest.
It wasn't wet.
It rained.
Occasionally.
And
it was.
the
Why do you just keep saying that?
It has
You
the
grew up
taste
in a
of
swamp.
very earthy note,
From the swamp.
almost like a
Swamp.
like a burnt coffee bean.
Swamps are famous for burning coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does the voice smell like?
I don't know. I've never interacted with him.
Really?
Do you want to?
Not particularly.
Oh,
No.
okay. So
I
you're
find
gonna,
him a useful idiot. He sells a lot of my products.
So you were going to make magic talismans that we can activate to teleport?
And protect us from temporal magic.
Oh no! Don't be a talisman, darling.
Oh.
I'm sorry if I misled you. No, it'll be a scroll. You'll need to protect it.
Okay.
Do we
The
each get our own
scrolls-
scroll? Or do we share
Scrolls
one?
leave the least amount of trace, because once the magic is expended, it destroys the scroll in the process.
I don't think we've used a scroll this far.
I have not.
I'm not. Druids aren't really scroll folk.
We'll need a little while and some space. Is there a room that we can use?
You who are nines, they want a room.
It's your house. You tell them where. Volodimir's room.
Yeah, he's not using it right now.
Very well. Just point to the door.
I point to Nine's
Yep.
room.
I slap
All right.
Zoria's
They
face.
go.
No,
they go
no,
up
I
to
said,
Nine's room.
don't touch my chandelier!
They close the door behind them, and they are now in there, presumably working on casting a fairly potent spell.
If my room smells because of this,
Your room already smells.
if it smells different,
If it doesn't smell like wet cat,
Catnip.
And really old clothes.
and green beans.
green beans and cinnamon.
Fine, I'll just sleep in Volodimir's room. and they get angry at all the things that are Nines' property.
All right, so that's our escape plan planned. What do you think, Solo?
Well, it's risky and stupid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sounds like a midnight brunch special.
Are you calling Madame Mulsanne and Dulce stupid?
No, I'm calling the plan stupid.
No.
It's not a plan, it's an operation.
It's not a plan, it's an operation?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
titled Operation Grotfel and Empire.
Well, then it's a risky as hell and stupid operation,
Shouldn't
but it's
you
the
be
best thing that we
making the
got.
operation? You're the leader.
Yeah.
I am making the operation.
You're delegating.
Exactly.
Yeah. But if you delegate, you should support those to whom you delegate the task rather than calling them stupid.
And give them hazard pay.
I'm
That
pretty
too.
sure that I am giving you support by making sure that you have chance to do something dumb like this.
That's fair. So, acquire uniforms. Travel down. We need one more uniform.
Well, I think we might know where to get some uniforms here in town.
The uniform store.
Safety Inc.
Or a Grotfel soldier that we just sort of mug.
No, let's do
not-
that.
Let
Let's
us
do
have
that.
the Serpentis 6 go get us a uniform.
Oh, they're getting us transport back. We have to make sure. Sonara probably wants to stay here, right? Mm-hmm. Sonara,
Yeah,
do you want to stay here?
I certainly don't want to be hanging around with more Tashiranoon.
Okay. Just figured I'd check.
But on the other hand, y'all are about to go into some place where my knowledge might actually really be able to help.
Oh.
And I
true.
feel sort of obligated to undo some of the harm I've done.
2 uniforms.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
If I don't want to, then what good am I? I've caused so much harm, spread so much fear, hatred, and inflicted pain on people. I don't think I can respect myself if I don't try to make up for it.
Well, you are welcome to join us, but we need to get another uniform.
Wait, she could just wear her Tashiranoon uniform.
You think that would work?
Well, it depends on who we're trying to fool.
Who are we trying to fool?
Well, you say that the Tashiranoon and the Grotfels aren't getting along.
Right.
Oh, we could bicker.
Well, it depends on who we want on our side and how we want to approach it. If the Tashiranoon are actually the ones calling some of the shots around here, and they're starting to throw their weight around, then maybe dressing up like Tashiranoon could work. But if they're about to have a big fight, we might want to be careful about which side we pick.
I think we should pick midnight brunch. But you mean just for the deception?
Well, yeah, it's not going to last much longer than that.
I mean, I think at this point, the Grotfels are pretty firmly in charge of the place we're trying to get in.
Yes, and we happen to have Grotfeld uniforms.
Yeah, and San was missing 2.
Yes.
So, what we need to do,
So are we going to steal them or have them made for us?
why don't we just steal?
Ooh, a heist.
We'll do a mini heist.
It's more of a mugging.
What they must need to get them dry cleaned.
Yes, or
It's
wet
armor.
cleaned. I am sure that it is cleaned at some point. We will go to the armor cleaner.
That's a
Oh,
thing?
good.
Yeah.
Let's.
We'll go to the armor cleaner.
I
and
pull out
show
the
them-
backs of 4 yellow pages.
and we will go and with a
armor
receipt
cleaner.
and say, these are our uniforms. Please return them to us. Here's the payment, and then we will have uniforms.
Or we set up a little stand. Wait, go with me. That's like a armor shining station. It's like shoe shining.
Yeah, yeah.
One of us.
Sharon, do you need your armor trimmed?
One of us spills something on two of the Grotfel soldiers.
And then they need to be
And
cleaned.
conveniently, they're right near our armor shining station. And then we hit them over the head really hard and take their armor.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, we set up a stand. Let's do it.
I don't know.
We go
That's
out.
a bad plan.
No, we go to
It's
the
a
armor.
bad plan.
We're going to the armor district.
The armor district. Yeah.
That's not a thing, I assume.
We walk past Aaron's armor cleaner. It's not actually run by Aaron. He just chose the name Aaron because it showed up on the yellow pages sooner.
That's right. Double A.
Double A.
Do you actually want to have a plan, or are we
No,
sticking
we're
with
not.
this?
We're
We're
going to
not doing
Aaron
this. We're
Aardvark.
not doing
It
this.
would be A Aaron.
Yeah.
We're not doing any of this.
A Aaron.
No.
The A stands for Aardvark.
No.
He's also an Aardvark.
All right. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn into a sparrow. I'm gonna just fly over to the warehouse.
And then just poop on people's armor so they have to get them cleaned.
I'm just gonna fly in, see if there's some armor in a storage area, stuff it in my bag, and then fly out.
Okay.
But how are we going to mug someone?
You can mug whoever you want. This is Tabaxavoy.
Yeah. Do you want to go out and mug someone?
What kind of city do you think Tabaxavoy is?
Some place that has a lot of drinks and mugs.
Oh, you don't know what mugging is.
No.
Ah. I thought it was at a tavern also.
Well, yeah, you grew up in a swamp.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
We had to clean our armor all the time.
That's why we got gleaming armor.
So, are you going to make that plan with the sparrow flying?
I mean,
Execute.
sure. Okay, I turned into a sparrow.
Okay. So you're
I
gonna
heard execute.
you're gonna fly over and see if there's just crates open. Is this the plan, basically?
Well, I assume they have I know that warehouse layout pretty good now.
Yeah, you do. You're pretty familiar with the inside of that warehouse.
They must have a place where they
Like a locker room.
store their armor when they're not wearing it.
You kind of have an idea that they probably have their armor near to them. You remember in the basement level, the underground level,
Where Willy Nilly was.
where you found willy-nilly and took him.
And talk to him all the time.
He's
You
an
talked to him.
integral member of our team with Onker.
Yeah. And that other one. Ardmore.
And Seven.
Seven.
Sevens, tens,
And Holwyn.
and Helen.
I'm not an animal.
Neither is Sevens.
Then why do you have so many collars on?
Next question.
All right. Here's what I'll do. As a sparrow, I'll poop on two soldiers.
Sure, you're gonna poop on two soldiers.
It's a good
yeah.
thing we just had lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
What's step 2?
do
You have a step 2?
I have a step two.
do birds have any control over when they go?
I am a sentient creature.
Well, sure, but biologically, do they even have control?
Yes, because they drop their poop right before flight to lower their weight.
Okay. Cool. Then, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So I will poop on two guards.
Sure. Yeah, you have, what type of bird were you?
Sparrow.
It's not a lot of poop.
No, but
It's
I'll
a
put it in
fairly
really
small bird.
obvious spot.
Sure. You poop on two guards.
And then I will. I assume they see the poop on them.
Oh, yeah, pretty much immediately. It's, poop.
All right. Are they going anywhere to clean it off?
do they notice that poop falls on them?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she just asked.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking up
Two birds.
bird pooping, and they can. Some of them can have up to 50 bowel movements a day.
See?
They do have limited control. They don't have full control.
So
They just know when they're about to poop. So you
can create the conditions where your body would reflexively poop. As a sentient creature, you're like, well, I can't control my poop, but I can recreate conditions when my body would reflexively poop. So I shall do that.
Sure.
This is the most mature conversation we've had in a while. So
Better than a pineapple bell.
What's wrong with the pineapple bell?
well, lots, but you poop on them.
Guess what? You're getting for Christmas this year. Pineapple bell.
I got that.
So I just want to be clear, because you don't have a pineapple bell for me to communicate that
The
to
best
you
part
with.
is that we're talking about what we're going to get each other for Christmas, and this will go out after Christmas.
What do they do after being pooped?
Ugh.
Were we supposed to follow you?
No. No, we don't
I'm
know
gonna
what's
go
going
clean
on. We're
this
just
off.
hoping for the best. We'll
Okay.
probably have a snack or something while we're waiting.
Then
Hot dog?
the one that got
Oh.
most of the poop on him, the other one didn't really notice. It was kind of a small amount of poop.
Italian submarine sandwich?
Goes inside and
that.
gets like a towel and just kind of wipes it off.
Right. Okay.
You need a lot more poop.
To be a much bigger bird. All right.
That's the solution.
Like a sparrow,
fine. I'll
it
flutter
is poop,
down.
but it's just not very much.
I'll flutter down into the basement and look for some like stored armor.
Yeah, you find some armors around there. Yeah.
Okay. I'll turn into a Grotfel soldier in case someone walks in on me.
Okay, sure. You are not a bird anymore.
Shove the
You're now a
armor
Grotfel soldier.
in a bag.
You have enshovened, sure.
So I have 2 more sets of armor.
Yeah.
I'll grab a 3rd one just in case.
Okay.
Do you want to poop on more guards on your way out?
Yes. I will walk out as the Grotfel soldier, just being like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Okay, make a stealth check.
I'm not being stealthy though.
Well, I don't know how to quantify you trying to both not be noticed. So basically what I'm doing is I could have you roll a deception check. I could have you roll a performance check, or I could have you roll a stealth check. All of them have applications here. I'm trying to give you the best chance at it.
Can I use my staff for the stealth bonus?
In what did your staff give you, like a stealth bonus thing?
Yeah, it's what I cast pass without trace.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, you could do that.
Then it's a 22.
Okay. You seem to move without anyone really paying much attention to you. You're trying to just kind of blend in, be quiet, shimmy along the wall. And it seems to have worked.
Then I will.
You are now standing outside the building. I'm filling in a little bit of what your intentions are here, if that's fine.
Yeah, because this is a mini heist.
You have gone outside, shimmied kind of around the corner and out of line of sight.
Down
of,
those like side alleys.
Yes, which we'd been over. Actually, a lot of times we've talked about those side alleys. And you go there, and no one seems to have noticed that you're there.
Coast is clear. I turn into a giant eagle.
Mhm.
I fly over that guy I pooped on,
Okay.
and I drop as much poop as possible as a giant eagle on my way back.
Roll a.
Poop
Oh,
check.
a D100.
I would say, I think the best stat for this would probably be acrobatics. You're trying to maneuver and position your cloaca to be in just the right spot.
Can I guidance myself?
And time, you're like, it's like dropping a bomb. You got to think about what is your airspeed, what's its aerodynamic qualities.
Can I have guidance?
Sure, why not?
This is the most important role of the game.
You want to do that?
It's a nat 20.
Baby.
Is it really?
It's
Yeah, it really is.
legitimately a nat 20.
Yeah, nat 20.
And you turned into a giant eagle.
Nat 20 on a poop check. That's pretty good.
This has been. We've had some unhinged, bizarre sessions. This one has gone, and I can't say that I'm innocent here. I'm pretty exhausted.
Are you
We've had an
guilty?
extremely busy week.
Oh, good.
One night this week, we were awake until after 3 a.m. Actually having to do things. It wasn't just like we couldn't sleep. So it's been a strange week. I'm contributing to this. It's a bizarre session. You rolled a nat 20 on your poop check,
For a
which
total of 23.
for a total of 23. But you as a giant eagle, drop an epic, like a gargantuan. You ever seen like a picture of like a bird poop where you're just like, oh no. It's like that, but this is a fantasy world. A giant eagle is bigger than any real life bird that we have. You drop around 30 pounds of white liquidy poop
Ooh. Too bad we're not there to see this.
all over two Grotfel soldiers who were just pooped on.
Yeah.
And now you have pooped them again.
Yeah.
But this time, there's so much liquid. This is like, take a big ol' like
Barrel.
stainless steel bucket
We're
and then
hearing
throw
way
it.
too much about this.
And that's what you've done. That's what happens.
If you get in at 20, the DM has to talk for like 5 minutes about whatever action you just did, even if it's turning into a giant bird and pooping on
The
someone.
dumber the decision
It was a
is,
smart decision.
the more emphatically a DM must discuss the consequences and the sequence of events that unfolds as a reaction to your role. That's just, I don't make the rules, I just make the rules.
And
So,
then I fly back as though I'm going back to the Agmar Nodal headquarters, like I'm a druid who's just being a jerk.
You can just say being a druid.
Wow. So you're going an extra mile and you're trying to make the Agmar Nodal look bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I circle around their cactus a little bit, go down for a landing, and walk back.
Can we change your alignment to chaotic evil now?
There's no alignments. How is it evil? These are bad guys.
It's just
The Agmar, no doubt.
No, well, yes, but also the Grotfels.
Oh, there's a lot of bad guys,
yes.
and they are all after us.
Well, a good chunk are.
Well, yeah, not all of them.
All
we
right.
have not met all of them.
And if anything, that was chaotic good.
I think it was just chaotic.
Just chaotic good.
Chaotic neutral.
Like, if Robin Hood was a big bird, he would have pooped on the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Do you think he was just a bird with a hat on?
Yes.
No.
With a hood.
Fox with a hat on.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
So I walk back and
It
I
makes
go.
more sense that he would be like a stork with a hat on.
I come back in. I go here. I got 3 uniforms and I'm very hungry.
Why? What'd you do?
I pooped.
On whom?
Uh,
I assume.
Oh, just some Grotfel soldiers.
No. Well, yes,
So
there's
you-
always snacks in the kitchen.
Yeah, what are we making for what's our midnight brunch?
Hummus.
Just
And
hummus?
hummus and pita with roasted peppers.
Are you gonna at least like cook the pita? Like toast it?
yeah. toast it.
Toast
Mhm.
it. Of course, we'll toast them.
Yeah.
I have to have my post brunch, my post heist breakfast too.
Oh, that is right. That is a
So
tradition.
I make a little one for myself,
Because you were the only heist.
and it was a mini heist.
It was a mini heist. Getting some uniforms was not a high barrier for clearing.
But we did poop on some guys.
You did poop on some guys.
We did.
So you
As a
have.
unit.
Yeah, it's,
Why don't you go over your plan once more
It's an operation
for your
first.
operation?
Okay.
One more time, go over that.
All right, go ahead, Elsa.
I will read this.
Because it's your
Yeah.
operation.
yes, your operation.
No, I am holding the book.
Yeah, so it's your operation.
Don't-
You're the-
What? Number 1, acquire uniforms. Check. Off. Especially now that we have the extra ones. Number 2, travel down the river to Chijistan.
Tizistan.
Because it's down the river.
Is it
Tizistan.
Chijistan, like I didn't say. Number 3, infiltrate the temple of Stilgren. That's where we are going.
where the
Yes.
yeah.
That's where the hole into the the fungus is. Number 4, reconnaissance Grotfel operations. That means try to figure out where everybody is.
And what they're doing and why.
Yep. Number 5, locate Glinvi and assassinate. I'm assuming assassinate her.
Yeah, we get around to.
We should say locate and assassinate Glinvi.
Should I say okay, assassinate Seth?
It's in the book. Now we have to do it.
No, there's a comma there. So it's locate Glenvy and assassinate Seth.
Number
Like-
6, collect evidence of the Grotfeld operations. That will be easy to do because we have already reconnoitered them.
Yeah.
7, escape alive, especially Holwyn. 8, massive explosion. Oh, that is like our calling card.
Yeah. There. That's all that's
that
the
is-
operation.
Those are the 8 points of the operation. And we have many people going with us. All who need uniforms have them now.
Okay. You're well on your way.
We need a boat.
We have not started.
Oh, well, you
We
have.
literally have started.
You literally have started.
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got
but
one
it's
done.
Now we can't change
So
the
you
plan.
can-
We're locked
so-
in.
Yeah.
Can we use the boat you used?
I mean, there's ferries back and forth every day.
Oh.
true. Oh,
It's not going to be hard to get up there.
will the company pay for the ferry?
Really?
Yes.
We have $50,000. Dollars?
Yes.
Good morning.
You know, gotta be able to laugh at yourself, right?
Yeah. We have 50,000 gold, but some of it has been spent.
I definitely cannot emphasize enough how exhausting this week has been. And I hope that all of you ear watchers at home are at the very least enjoying the slowly decaying brain matter that this episode
I can't believe
is.
Sola swapped out all our gold for something called dollars.
What an idiot! He swapped out for a bunch of doll hairs.
Useless paper.
Useless paper doll hairs.
So
You have 50,000 gold.
No, whole windows.
Holman has 50,000 gold.
Owen, get us a boat.
Okay,
or ferry tickets.
I'll go with the tickets. That's cheaper. I don't think we need a whole boat.
I like a big boat. What if I want to walk around?
What if we own the boat? Then we could charge people for tickets.
And then when we're done, we'll just sell it for a profit.
That's how boats work.
Yes.
Yeah, you can always sell them for more than you
something?
bought them for.
You can sell it for more.
You're buying it as a used boat.
And selling it
As
as
a user boat.
People who buy boats always make money on them.
Famously, boats are a great investment, and you can't lose on it.
even if they sink.
Boats don't sink. sunken boats sink. Just don't buy a sunken boat. Yeah,
that would be
they
a
sunk.
mistake.
That would be, yes.
But a boat doesn't sink, it floats.
Yeah, but
Sink.
what I do is I just start buying up all the sunken boats in the area,
Yeah.
and then the market's gonna be like, price of sunken boats is skyrocketing. I gotta get on the ground floor.
Yeah.
The
But you-
ocean floor.
But you,
The ocean
you've
floor.
already bought them.
Yeah, and then I can be like, well, I mean, I have them. I guess I have to sell them if, to buy it. Then I just make a lot of money from people buying all these sunken boats. And then when the last idiot gets in, he's like, what am I gonna do with a sunken boat?
And that's when a real sunken cost hits them.
That's where sunk cost fallacy came from.
Yep. Buying sunken boats.
And with that,
It is time to end.
We must have dinner and do our training stuff.
No, we're not doing it. Nope. This has been too dumb. This has been far too
After
dumb.
that conversation, how could it possibly be too dumb?
No dinner?
No dinner.
You're sending us to bed without dinner?
No one's even going to bed.
We're not even getting a rest?
This ended.
We get a smash cut?
This ended with Xoria going, I got the uniforms and pooped on a bunch of people, and then
Is that what I said?
that's the end of it right now. You walked in, told them that you pooped on a bunch of people, here's the uniforms, you scratched off one on your checklist, and that's the end of the session. Because today, all four of us are exhausted and in a strange mood. And that's the show.
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 I'm feeling fine.
Good for you.
So until next time, Dungeoneers, remember, get some good sleep.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
And buy sunken boats.
From David Moore.
Yes. Yes, I have them all.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.